In a world where money often gets mistaken for worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking financial status defines who you are. Someone who brags, "I have more money than you," is usually masking deep insecurity. Real confidence doesn't need to flaunt or compare. It's quiet, unshaken, and rooted in self-awareness. This kind of behavior reveals more about their fears than their success. If you've ever encountered this, you know how empty it feels. True wealth isn't just in the bank, it's in character, relationships, and peace of mind. Let's break down why people act like this and how you can avoid falling into the same trap. Why insecure people flaunt money. Insecurity drives people to overcompensate. When someone feels inadequate, they cling to external validation, like money, to prove their worth. They believe wealth shields them from judgment, but it's a fragile defense. Deep down, they fear being exposed as not enough. This is why they constantly compare. If they can convince others they're ahead, maybe they'll believe it themselves. But real security doesn't need to announce itself. It's like shouting, "I'm important." The louder someone is, the less convinced they are. Money is a false sense of power. For the insecure, money becomes a weapon, not a tool. They use it to intimidate or belittle others because it's the only way they feel in control. But power built on fear is temporary. True influence comes from respect, not fear. Think about it. The most respected people don't need to remind you of their status. Their actions speak for them. If someone throws their wealth in your face, they're admitting they have nothing else to offer. Real power is quiet, undeniable, and doesn't need to prove a thing. The loneliness of ego-driven wealth money can't buy loyalty or genuine connection. People who rely on wealth to impress often end up surrounded by opportunists, not real friends. They might have yes men, but no one who truly cares. This isolation fuels their insecurity even more. They know deep down that their relationships are transactional. Meanwhile, those who value kindness and authenticity build bonds that last. No amount of money replaces trust, love, or real companionship. How to avoid this mindset? Life advice number 1, define your own worth. Don't let money or lack of it dictate your self-esteem. Your value isn't in your bank account. It's in your integrity, how you treat people, and the impact you make. Write down what truly matters to you: family, growth, kindness, and measure yourself by those standards. When you stop comparing, you free yourself from someone else's game. Confidence comes from knowing who you are, not what you have. Life advice number 2, focus on growth, not just gains. Wealth is a byproduct of value, not the goal. Instead of chasing money for status, focus on skills, knowledge, and contribution. Build something meaningful. The richest people, in every sense, are those who solve problems and uplift others. When you grow, money follows, but it won't be your only identity. A person who invests in themselves never feels the need to belittle others. Listen, money talks, but insecurity screams. When someone says, "I have more money than you," what they're really saying is, "I need you to know I'm better." But true confidence doesn't announce itself. It's quiet, unshaken, and doesn't need validation. People who flex their wealth like this are usually covering up deep self-doubt. They measure their worth in dollars because they don't know how to measure it in character, purpose, or real respect. Let's break down why this mindset is weak, how to see through it, and, most importantly, how to make sure you never end up that hollow. 1. Insecurity wears a gold mask. The loudest in the room are often the most insecure. A person who brags about money is usually afraid of being overlooked, disrespected, or seen as less than. They think flashing cash will force people to admire them, but real respect isn't bought. It's earned through actions, not account balances. If someone needs to remind you they're rich, they don't truly believe it themselves. 2. Money as a crutch for low self-worth. For some, wealth is a band-aid over deep wounds. Maybe they were overlooked as kids, felt powerless, or were taught that money equals worth. So now they use it like armor. But armor is heavy, and eventually they realize money can't fix what's broken inside. The truly secure don't need props. They know their value isn't tied to possessions. 3. The difference between wealth and class. Money can buy luxury, but it can't buy class. Class is how you treat people when you have power. A person with real wealth doesn't need to belittle others. They lift them up. But someone who flaunts money, they're telling you they've never learned the difference between having money and being truly wealthy. 4. The loneliness of buying friends. People who chase status often end up surrounded by users, not real friends. If your circle is only there for your money, you'll always wonder who truly likes you. Real relationships are built on trust, not transactions. The richest person in the room can also be the loneliest. 5. How to avoid this mindset. Advice number 1, build real confidence. Confidence isn't "I have more than you." It's "I don't need to compare." Work on skills, self-awareness, and emotional strength. When you know your worth, you won't need to prove it. Read, learn, fail, grow. Confidence built on experience is unshakable. Advice number 2, measure yourself against your past, not others. The only person you should compete with is who you were yesterday. If you're growing, learning, and improving, you'll never feel small because of someone else's wallet. Success is personal. Define it on your terms. 7. Advice number 3, use money as a tool, not an identity. Money should work for you, not define you. The second you tie your self-worth to your net worth, you've lost. Build wealth to create freedom, not to impress strangers. The truly rich don't care about appearing rich. 8. The trap of constant comparison. Social media makes it worse, and everyone's flexing, but nobody's happy. The more you compare, the emptier you'll feel. Focus on your own path. The only wallet you need to worry about is yours. 9. Real wealth is freedom, not flash. The richest people aren't the ones with the most, but those who need the least to be happy. Freedom is having options, not just expensive things. If your happiness depends on outshining others, you'll never be satisfied. 10. Humility is the ultimate power move. True strength doesn't need to announce itself. The most powerful people don't talk about their money. They let their actions speak. Humility isn't weakness. It's confidence that doesn't need external approval. 11. The danger of ego. Overintelligence, money can inflate ego, but ego destroys wisdom. Stay hungry, stay learning. The minute you think you're better because of your bank account, you stop growing. Stay humble or get humble. 12. How to spot and avoid toxic money mindsets. If someone's always talking about money, they're usually compensating. Surround yourself with people who value growth, generosity, and integrity, not just numbers in an account. 13. Generosity, greed. The secure give, the insecure take. Generosity proves you're not afraid of losing. If you can help others without needing credit, you've reached a level of wealth braggers will never understand. 14. Legacy, luxury. Nobody remembers how much you spent. They remember how you made them feel. Build a legacy of impact, not just possessions. Real wealth outlives you. 15th final truth, money can't fill the void. No amount of cash fixes a broken sense of self. Work on your inner world first. When you're truly secure, you won't need to say a word. People will just know. Bottom line, money is a tool, not a trophy. Build yourself, not just your bank account, and you'll never feel the need to say, "I have more than you." Because when you're truly wealthy, you won't care.